Hey, hello everyone, welcome back to the another VFX Showdown tutorial. And in this tutorial, we're going to make this which I posted on my Instagram account. If you not follow me, link in the video description and you can check my stuff. And this is one we're going to recreate. So let's see. So as you can see, this is pretty easy and looks pretty cool. It's all inside of Element 3D in After Effects. Okay, so let's jump inside of After Effects. So as you can see, we have a composition and we have that animation. So as you can see, same animation but different kind of look, which means the size of all the cubes are different, but the idea is same. And as you can see, we have my base layer of Element 3D and we have two cameras. I will show you later. And this is just a adjustment layer. So as you can see, this is without adjustment layer. Okay, so let's make this fun animation. I'm gonna make a new composition. As you can see, I have 1080 width and 1080 height because I want to post this on Instagram. So Instagram support max resolution is 1080 by 1080. So and 9 seconds, that's good. And let's make a new solid and let's E3D and let's add the Element 3D. Okay, let's make a room for it. So let's jump inside the scene setup first and create a cube box, whatever you want to say. Okay, and let's first go inside the wireframe. And as you can see, this chamfer, we have to decrease that almost 0.01 and segments 3 looks good. Let's go to the shaded. We are not going to change anything here. And let's collapse, and as you can see, we have group folder. Let's double click and rename this one box and let's press OK. And as you can see, we have a box. So let's create a new camera first. In this case, I need 35mm. Hit OK. Let's press C for camera and let's orbit and find that angle. So as you can see, this angle, something like this, as you can see. But first we have to go inside the group 1 and particle replicator and change this to 3D grid. And let's zoom out and let's shape scale that shape. So as you can see, we have a cube, and now we're going to set the angle, so something like this. So as you can see, in this case, so that's one. Okay, so let's zoom out a little bit. Okay, something like that. And as you can see, we have that shape scale. So I have to go in the custom view and zoom in to see better. I'm gonna make this 30, slightly more, 31. No, I think we need to change that, 13.5. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. Okay, let's go back to the active camera, and first we need to set a lot of keyframes. So start with this shape scale, sorry. Let's press a stopwatch to set a keyframe, and we going to jump in a future and scale this like that, almost 90, and we have this kind of animation. Okay, and now close that particle replicator and go inside the particle look, and we have the size random. Set a keyframe for it, move 1 second and maybe 19, set this to 90, and we have this. And also set the particle size keyframe on 0 and move in a 1 second, and let's change this to maybe 15. 15 is too much, I think 13, 12, I think we stick on 13. So and close that particle loop, go inside particle replicator again, and we have this replicator effector, and we have this position noise. This is what I want. So open it, go first frame and set the noise amount, click on the 0 frame and go first frame and set this maybe 80. So we have a noise, so as you can see, and I think we need to 150. To animate this, we need to we need to add an expression to the noise evolution. So let's press Alt and click on the stopwatch, and as you can see we have this box and we're going to type something. So the expression is very simple: time multiply by 400, and if I play you can see the evolution is animated. Looks pretty good, but as you can see it's pretty slow and it's linear motion. We will change it now. So let's close the element 3D and select the layer, press U. So as you can see we have these keyframes, select all, press F9 on the keyboard to ease and go inside this graph editor and zoom in and right click, make sure you have in a speed graph. So and select this bottom, push this handle this way, make this kind of wave maybe like this, and let's close and zoom out and play now. It's still looking pretty slow, so what you can do, select the end keyframe and move it like that, and as you can see I think I need to move more, more, and let's I think I need to think down. Okay, so let's move a keyframe, close. So it's all about finding your taste, and I like this kind of taste, I mean this kind of speed. Okay, so I like this. So I want to loop this. So first, as you can see in this one, I can play this, it's open it and wiggling around, and then as you can see here better. So as you can see it's wiggling and close, wiggling and close, wiggling and close, and when it close you can see vibration, some vibrating. So as you can see popping up and down. So let's make this one. To do this just simply need to copy this keyframe, select all and press Ctrl C, move some frame forward and Ctrl V, but we have same animation, so we need to flip this keyframe. To do this in easiest way, just right click and go inside the keyframe assistant and time reverse keyframe. So this will reverse your keyframe. Let's back. So as you can see opening and closing, but we need that secondary motion when it's touching and popping up and go back to the original position. So let's first is to full raise. So as you can see here we need to increase that shape scale. So currently we have 13.50, so go forward 2 frames and let's increase maybe this 32, yeah 32, and go forward 2 frames. So let's set this to 13.5, 50, done, and let's move 1 frame, set this to 32, sorry 31, and let's move 1 frame more and set back this to 13.5. so we set all keyframes, play and see the animation. but I think this thing is slow. So what you can do, I'm gonna select and control click to make them linear, and now play. I think we need to linear that one also. Zoom in and set the animation. So I think I need to increase this to 33, and let's play. See, okay, something happened. Let's me move this closer. Okay, so let's move this back. I think this is the right position, and select all and easy ease stem this last one, and now play. Okay, looking good. I think this is 30, so I need to put this one in 32. Okay, so let's see now. Yeah, now you can see this is looking pretty good, but so increase the noise amount. So this is 50, so I'm gonna crank up this 200. Here also 200. Now see. Okay, so in this, and we set that animation, but as you can see, we need to set that focus. As you can see, the back cubes is out of focus and the front is focus. So as you can see here and here, so basically we need to the focus point. So press AA on your camera. We need to animate the focus distance. So set a keyframe and select the element 3D, close that group and go inside the render setting, and inside you can find the depth of field. Open it, and depth of field mode, focus indicator. So this will basically, here is your focus in red color. So as you can see, once we close to the cube will automatically going to be red color. So I think we need to decrease. If I go to the top view, I can see better. Zoom in, zoom out little bit. So as you can see, this is my focus area. So just focus distance I need to increase. Okay, I need to enable the depth of field. Sorry. Okay, so almost set. Let's go back to the active camera. So as you can see, now it is red. If I move this focus, you can see, so this area in focus and this area is out of focus. So let's set this for almost the red cube. So, and let's go inside and set this to pixel blur, and press AA again, and aperture we need to increase that maybe 90 to get a pretty nice motion, depth of field, and let's we animate that. So first let me focus indicator, so we can see where is our focus is going as this cube is scattering. So let's press the AA and focus distance. Let's change this a little bit on this front cube. So this one, so cubes are pretty damn good. So as you can see, these cubes are in focus. Okay, so as you can see, same thing, you need to move and select this, press F9 first, go to the curve and select that and move this slightly. Okay, and select Control C, Control V, right click, keyframe assistance, time reverse keyframe, and that's it. We set this pretty damn. Let's close element 3D, pixel blur, close that. So if I go here, now you can see these are out of focus and this is in focus. And if you want more blur, can increase the blur level. So you can see, but in this case what I can do is set blur level maybe 160 and increase the aperture 150 160. So that way we get pretty nice blur. So as you can see, okay, so we set the animation, we set the depth of field, and now we need to set that the reflection. So as you can see, this is basically the reflection of the environment and nothing else, and it looks pretty good. So let's jump back the inside the scene setup, and if I enable environment, so we have this default, but I have the environment backlight environment. So this is the additional pack from VC. So we have this environment. So let's see. So if I let's this one. So first let's select the material of this box and increase the refraction. So yeah, so as you can see, and if I increase the distortion IOR, you can see much better, but you don't want that. We set this to 1. Okay, let's cycle through and see which maps we can try. Okay, so let's use this one. So this is, I think I use it in the original one, I'm not sure, but and let's decrease the glossiness. So we have this blurry reflection. Press OK. So as you can see, and let's open this and open this again. So as you can see, in the original one I just add a gradient in the background, but here you can see in this comp, this is actually the environment. So what I did is jump into scene setup, and we have this motion design pack, and inside we can find this backdrop, and I just pick anyone. Okay, so let's pick this one. So as you can see, and make this out of this group 1, and let's set this to group 2. So we have this seamless floor. So this is reflective as hell. So select the material and increase and decrease the glossiness 90 maybe. Okay, so let's hit OK. So as you can see, it is very tiny. So go inside the group 2, create a null, and simply scale that null. So let me go back and let me set this to half res and go to the custom view 1, so I can easily see where is camera and where is drop and where is my cube. So I need to scale this and position. Okay, so this is my drop back. Okay, so let me position this first quickly. Okay, I think let's go to the active camera. Now you can see this is my backdrop, and you can see, let's, I think you need to increase the reflection and decrease the glossiness. So as you can see, now we can see the background. The reason we apply that, because when we zoom in, so let me see, you can see we getting the perspectives, so that's why I added. And as you can see, I think let's set this to in middle. So as you can see, this is not in the middle. Okay, so almost in the middle of the comp. And as you have this anti-aliasing issue, so as you can see, to remove this, we go inside the render setting, sorry, we go inside the output and enhance multi-sampling checkbox. So you can see this is smooth, and if you want more, you can do this multi-sampling and super sampling. but in this case you don't want because this is just a tutorial. So let's see what we missing. Yeah, last thing, we need to add motion blur. So as you can see, adding a motion blur, it's really make this come to alive. So let's add a motion blur. Let's see the part where we can see the motion blur happening. So as you can see, select the element 3D, add a motion blur and enable to the comp. So as you can see, but as you can see, this is not a motion blur happening. So we need to increase the sampling to very smooth blurry stuff look. For do that, open the render setting, and as you can see, we have motion blur and the motion blur sampling is 6. Let's increase this to 12. So as you can see, we have, but still we don't have that smooth. So as you can see, we need to increase that more, but just be aware, if you increase that, you also increase your render time. In this case, let's set this to 10 for a tutorial purpose. So you can easily increase. Make a new adjustment layer, overall color correction, and put this above all, doesn't matter. And let's add the curve color correction, and let's make a S curve, contrast curve, like that. So as you can see, pretty good. Yes, slightly S curve. Okay, so in the original one, what I did, let me show you. I have two cameras, so this is the time we can show you. So this is the first camera angle, and if I disable the steady cam, enable the motion cam, and let's change this to motion, and you can see we just zoom in and zoom out to the object. As the object is scattering, we just zoom out and zoom in. As you can see, zoom in, zoom out, and we animate that with this vibration. So it is this, as you can see. So same key here, you can see this is camera and this is the shape scale. So this is the backdrop null and this is the contrast curve. So that's it, nothing else. So this is pretty simple but looking very good, and it is very fun to make this kind of animation with this element 3D. So if you make something like this, please tag me on my Instagram account, and you can check my other stuff on my Instagram. I am posting almost daily as I make, and so stuff happening there. So thank you so much for watching, and if you don't have element 3D, please go ahead and grab. It's a very good and very useful. So that's it, and hope you enjoy and learn something. Please leave your comment below and give this video like if you like that, and subscribe if you really want to see more tutorial of element 3D and other After Effects, Premiere, and also Cinema 4D. Yeah, I will be posting some tutorials on it. So, and that's it. So as always, we will see you in our very next tutorial. Have a great day, guys. Bye.